Hey, what's up everyone? Thunderbob here, and I'm checking out some more Diablo 2 Resurrected Alpha. This is a Sorceress, a fire build based around Meteor and Fireball. Some points in to get Shiver Armor, Energy Shield. This is a downloaded character. Obviously you can only get to Act 1 and 2 in the Alpha, so this is a classic Diablo 2 character that I'm checking out here. Pretty decent gear. Pretty much the same gear as the Lightning character. I think they just duplicated the gear for these characters. What I might do actually is I always loved Hydra. I think when I'm done with a quick Andariel run, I may restart and then I may try Hydra as well and just see how that fares. But I'm gonna try this with meteor and fireball to start with. And those are of course fire immune right off the bat. This floor is actually really bad for fire. I just find them. So those guys are not fire immune and instantly die. And basically what I've been doing lately is I kind of got everything out of the alpha I think I can. Primarily at this point I'm just checking out builds that people want to see. Sorry, I had to break there for a second. My daughter woke up and I had to go and take her back in. Joys of being a father. That's one reason I don't live stream a lot, is it's hard to do when you got a toddler who wakes up in the middle of the night. But she's getting out of that age. She'll be 4 in a couple of weeks, so should be a little easier. There is so much fire immune in this area. I should remember that. Yeah, it's doing pretty good damage. 46,000 max damage with 3,000 per second. That's pretty acceptable. Pretty sure this is one of the top tier builds, like this plus a hammer. Some of the highest damage in the game, if my memory serves me right. I had several sorceresses back in the day. A lot of experiments where I was like just trying to see if I could get certain builds to work. Like I tried a charged bolt sorceress, which, while fun, really couldn't work outside of like Nightmare, even with ridiculous gear. So many fire immune. But I can two-shot Andariel, so it doesn't really matter. I don't have any town portals on me, so I'm just gonna back out real quick. And I'm gonna bounce back in. We'll go kill just for a minute or two, because I really didn't get to demo this build too well, just because so many fire immunes. Kill a little bit, and then I want to try to respec and see how fire works. Hydra, I should say. This might be my first build, maybe not this exact one, but probably Meteor, which is not too different from this build. The biggest difference is you put 20 into Frozen Orb and 1 into Cold Mastery. The biggest thing is you don't have a lot of points to hit. Like, you know, it's kind of hard to get down to Energy Shield if you're doing that. So, you know, there's a handful of points. You're probably not putting anything but straight down to Frozen Orb and 1 point in Cold Mastery. And you'd have to sacrifice a little bit here. Normally you'd go Fire Mastery, Meteor, and then you wouldn't do Fireball and Firebolt. You'd probably just do Fireball, Meteor, Fire Mastery, Frozen Orb. That's basically all your points there. And it's a little bit weaker on, you know, the maximum damage, but it lets you deal with fire immunes. So if you're soloing, which I do solo quite a lot, it's still quite effective. Like right here, all these enemies I can't really deal with. It's like, I could barely tell that was a wagon before. Yep, that was a wagon. Alright, I'm gonna see if I can respec next and do just a brief Hydra demo also. See how effective it is, so I'll be right back. Alright, hey, what's up? This is that same character, but now I'm trying a Hydra Orb build. This is a build I actually enjoyed in the game back in the day. You basically max Hydra, Fire Mastery, Fireball, Firebolt for your Hydra synergies, and then you have 20 points in Frozen Orb, 1 point in Cold Mastery, and you get Teleport. That's basically all the points you have. If you know, before you get to 99, obviously you're not going to have all these points. Firebolt is usually the last thing, so you probably get Frozen Orb just to help with leveling and get through Nightmare. And then as you progress through Hell and get higher to, you know, 70, 80, 90, Hydra and Fire Mastery, and then Fireball, until finally Firebolt is usually the direction I would go in. Fire Mastery does give you more synergy than either of these skills. Yeah, so we'll see how this does. I remember liking it back in the day. It wasn't the best build ever, but it's a really fun build. I'm not going to do Andariel again just because there's a lot of fire immunes I don't feel like dealing with. It's also better, Hydra is better for areas that have kind of choke points where you can drop. And here is where Orb comes into play. And you can really, you know, since Hydra has a delay on it, you know, you have your Hydra, you throw a couple of orbs out, which aren't really going to do much against the Frozen immune. There you get your Frozen immune. And you fire. Yeah. So pretty much with this build, you can kill pretty much anything. It may not be quite as fast as, you know, strictly a fire, strictly a frost build, but you don't have to worry about any immunities one or the other. Meteor kind of does the same thing also. I just always loved Hydra, and this was probably the best build I found for it back in the day. You also, with this build, can use both Frozen Orb and Fireball, since you've got, you know, most of the Fireball synergies, and you kind of cycle between them. Drop your Hydra, you throw a couple Fireballs, throw out your Orb. Like, really, you can play without using any cooldowns, or having to wait for cooldowns, I should say, because you've got your Fireball. So yeah, that's a build I enjoy. Definitely one I'd consider. I think you need pretty good gear to make it work is the problem. Because it takes a lot of plus skill to make Hydra really worthwhile, especially in hell difficulty and especially with multiple players. Alright, I'm going to end it there. If you would like to see more, let me know if there's a particular build or class or combination you want to see. Just leave a comment below and I'll see what I can come up with. Most of these videos are based on recommendations from other people on what to check out. And if you like these videos, if you like what you're seeing, think about subscribing. I would appreciate it. Have a great night, everyone.